Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Affinity Designer tutorial. Today I'm going to be going over how to create reflections. This is part 1 of my symmetry series. So we're going to go ahead and look at how to do reflections in this first one. And we're going to do that right after this. Okay, so when you think of a reflection, you might think of a mountain over a lake or something where the mountain's reflecting exactly in the lake, and or like maybe you have a mirror and you set something on it, it'll reflect. Whenever if you grab like a square and make it like red and then make a gradient on here, and you can reflect this really easily. All you have to do is hit Command C, Command V, flip it, and pull it down here, and we'll make a nice perfect reflection of that square up there. And this is super simple, you guys know this. It's really easy to make reflections. What if I went ahead and changed this and made it not a square anymore, but like a different shape? Then I would have to go ahead and change this exactly the same, and that takes up extra time to do that, and it might not even be perfectly the same. You just sort of have to mess with it a while until you get it perfectly the same. And this is the same with like if you're having a bunch of different shapes in here and just taking that extra time. But there's a built-in feature to Affinity Designer that will help you a lot with doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these squares. They're no longer squares. And go ahead and show you. So first thing we're going to do is grab the rectangle tool like we did before and draw the complete full half of this. The way you can figure that out is whenever you hover your cursor over near the middle of your document, it will pop up with a red line. And by the way, the document doesn't matter what size it is, just make sure you get it right in the middle when you draw this. And then the next step is to go to symbols. Here you can go ahead and hit create, but first I want to explain how to get symbols down here if you don't have it. Go up here to view, come down here to studio, go down here to symbols and click this, and it will pop up as a little panel right here, and then you can just drag it over and see if you can get it in there. It'll pop up with a little green, and then it will slide right in there, and then you can slide it wherever you need to on this. So after you do that, just hit create, and right here you can tell that popped up, the symbol popped up. So now all I have to do is go back to the layers panel, grab your move tool. So right now it is calling this a symbol in parentheses, and if you open it, it says rectangle in parentheses because it's a rectangle, so it shows the shape. And this thing is completely highlighted, so this is the actual symbol, but this is the symbol group. This is where you're going to want to put all your little symbol things in for the reflection, and I'll explain that a little bit after I finish up the reflection. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Command J because that's just going to copy it immediately, and then I'm going to hit the flip button and pull it up here. Make sure it's completely aligned on the edges, and as you can tell here, snapping is really helping me out there, so I don't have to take a lot of time, and make sure it's perfect. And next I'm going to open this, and as you can tell, it didn't switch this one even though it's in the symbols. We flipped the symbol group, not the symbol inside. If you flip this one inside, then it will flip both, as you can tell here. So make sure you flip the symbol group. Okay, so now you got your thing set up, and what you're going to want to do is click on the symbol inside the symbol group, and you go ahead and hit this little button up here. It's insert targets up here. I have a tutorial about that. Go ahead and click right up here if you want to watch that and learn more about insert targets. But just click this, and then the next thing you draw will be inside this. So if we drew another rectangle, it will be on both. As you can tell, it shows up lifetime, completely the same, converts both to curves, and we can change it easily and make sure the reflection is still the same. And you can make a lot of really cool things. You can not only make one reflection, but lots of reflections. So I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate that real quick here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab this rectangle and make it smaller and move it down here. And so what's happening here is, since I made it made this symbol flipped, when I pull this one down, that one goes up. So I'm going to go ahead and unflip this one so it won't be the opposite reflecting. It'll be the same thing reflecting, if you understand what I mean. So I'm going to click on this and flip it, and now if I just change this, it will move both of them. And I'm going to move this symbol down here, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit Command J again, and I have a new symbol up here, and I don't really care about the extra space, so I'm just going to leave it just for time's sake. And now guess what, I can draw a random shape on here. Let's see, I'll grab some shape, hit the insert target button here so it'll draw inside this rectangle, and make sure you have rectangle selected so that the insert target will work. And then go ahead and draw your shape, and there we go, it'll appear exactly on each one. And you can go ahead and change the color, make it look nice. Just play around with this, have fun. There's nothing for you to download in this tutorial unless you can't figure out how to set this up. I have a link in the description for downloading the rec to where we were before, when it was just half and you reflected it and it was turned upside down here. So that'll be linked in the description. You can download that if you can't figure it out. Please comment in the area below if you really can't figure it out, and make sure you give me a like if you like this video. And if you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so. I've put out over 40 videos, and I'm continually putting them out, and to help creators like you learn more about this awesome program. And I will see you in the next tutorial.